This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, but the real star of today's show, and this comes from the bottom of my heart, is the Simpit Patron team, the Patron group. These are the guys who are the big support team behind the show. I could safely say the Simpit, it would not be what it is today if it weren't for the support of these guys. I could almost say it wouldn't even be in business if it weren't for the support of these guys. And these guys are really the ones who help it move along. They've become my sincere friends. We hang out and chat every day. They have given me endless amounts of ideas and projects and motivation and inspiration to do various different projects. They've even offered and done financial support so that we've continued to upgrade the show and get better and better. And like right now, we are in the middle of doing some audio upgrades. And if it weren't for the support of that team, it just would not be happening. And I think it's just what we do here at the Simpit is so special. We try to bring you so many different types of entertainment on a broad spectrum, and it takes a lot of equipment and it takes a lot of planning, and these guys help a ton. So we are here to honor them with the Simpit Patron race, and you can see this display of trophies in front of me, starting off with the January trophy. We are at the Spec Racer Ford at Summit Point. Terry Crouch won the race. You can see the February Patron trophy. This was the Pro 2 light trucks at Daytona Rallycross, and Phil Scruton won that one. And on the line today, as you know, we're in the Cadillac CTS-V, and we're at Pocono International Road Course. So this is the race. These are the terms, and the winner will get this trophy, and that's to honor them. I make a duplicate. The reason I have these, Phil and Terry both have their trophies. These are my duplicate copies so that I can keep them here on the studio to honor our winners for the year. So great job by these guys in racing. Great job in these guys in helping out with the Simpit. And if you would like to know how to join the Simpit Patron group, all you have to do is go to Simpit. Let's go and bring our thumbnail down. Forgive me. You can go to our patron.com/the Simpit. There are different levels of support that you can offer for the show, and a variety of different perks depending on what tier you choose. Anyway, part of it being in our chat, you hear us racing all the time. These guys, like I said, they become my friends. They're involved in almost every event I do nowadays, and it's just a pleasure to, again, it's a pleasure to be able to honor them today. So we will be awarding a trophy to the winner. We're in qualifying right now, and we'll post you up on those times in just a moment. And but we are here to give away the trophy to the winner. In addition to that, from all the patrons, we will pull one random name and give away a Simpit t-shirt of their choice. A couple different varieties of Simpit t-shirt at this point in time that they can win, and I will send that to them as well. Again, it's all about these guys. These are the reason and the motivation for the show and the direction that we're taking. So I want to thank them again from the bottom of my heart, as we have about 5 minutes left to qualify. Excuse me real quick. Now, one thing I cannot see right now is your guys' chat. I do have to remember to unmute. Right now they can't hear me. I didn't want to distract them during qualifying while I was doing our introduction to you guys, but when we go live in the race, they have to tolerate hearing me talking about them. Some will choose to opt out of the chat, but I see a lot of names in the chat. And speaking of a lot of names, let's look at the leaderboard and see how things are going right now. Mark Michkowski is so far our provisional pole sitter with a 125.687. He has got about a 2/10 advantage over David Grunnell in second with a 125.885. with David Clymer sitting in third with a 126.003. As of now, we've had 19 drivers post lap times. 2 drivers have not, and it is a winner-take-all event. Looking at our details for today, one thing to keep in mind is there is a 10x limit. You get 10 X's, and you're going to have to do a drive-through penalty. So you go off track a few too many times, hit the wall a few many times, or get in contact with another driver too many times, and you will be going down pit lane. So that is one of our penalties. Hardy, I have it zoomed in because I'm crossing my fingers that my other standings kicked in, and it might be desperate thinking that it will. I'm trying to get a leaderboard up and running, and I might even work on it during the race at some point. I have it zoomed in on purpose. Why? Why do I? You know, let's just not count on that. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Great pickup there, by the way. That's this one, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so why don't we undo that concept a little bit? Oh, I know why I was doing it. It was so that you guys, you know what? I know what we're going to do.
Assad. Sandbagger. Sandbagger.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go back to full.
Lap, buddy.
Bear with me, you guys.
You'll see. Terry's going to take me out in the first corner.
Sandbagging. Excuse me.
So me and Bucho will be back here at the back of the pack.
I spun off the track, so I didn't do another lap.
Have some chicken sandwiches ready for us once we're done with the race, man.
Chicken sandwich.
With a side of ice cream?
It means you guys are going to see me doing this.
I'll take a brownie with ice
That's
cream,
why.
please.
Oh, brownies.
I was way too stiff on that qualifying lap.
Sure.
That's what she said.
All right, let's go back to
Still sent a
live,
picture of
and
himself.
let me make sure my other
Yeah.
computer is at
Should
the
be all
right
right
spot.
with 80 liters or 21.1 gallons.
Nick hasn't posted a time. Wonder if
I don't
Nick's
know.
making a run.
Could have gone faster, but I didn't
Keep in
want
mind, I'm
Ronald
not a
Oreos
normal
in my
broadcaster.
ass.
That's not my thing.
You wish, Lana.
He just wants to feed you Oreos, you know, double stuffed.
Yeah, exactly, Neo. But sometimes if it's focused on you, that could be bad.
Get an Oreo
Hell,
cookie.
come up.
I think I've got my car set up
All
a little
right,
bit
let's
stiff. It's bouncing through
Unmute
those
our mic.
turn 2 and
We're
3.
still going to try to work on the other
Oh, really bad
leaderboard.
out there.
I'm using that setup we had from Mike Gam.
Cheers.
Damn, bite them.
Well, Twitch is sort of the semi-compromised view.
That's
All right,
lucky
let's
dog
go ahead and
got
say
27
hi to the
during the race
guys.
anyway, so I got to beat him, of course, mine.
All right, you guys. Hello and welcome. I just told those guys how much you guys all mean to me and not to get all mushy. And but you guys have really helped me with the direction of the show. You've helped me so much with so many things on the Simpit. And if it weren't for all that you guys have done, we would not be here doing that. And again, I don't want you guys to ever forget the whole point and purpose of this race. And the reason I'm sitting over here talking about it is because it's the least I can do to give something back to you guys, because I really do mean that. And you guys know what I'm talking about because you are there through the thick and thin, through the good, the bad, and the ugly of the show, and so much of the direction we have is thanks to you guys. So I applaud you, I thank you, and I appreciate you guys a ton.
Happy to be a part of it, Sean.
So with that said, how are you guys feeling? 3 seconds left. We're about to get down to business. Mikowski, number 1, 25.687. That's pretty amazing.
Qualify over.
He's a hometown boy,
race.
don't forget.
He is clutch, huh?
All right, let's see here. I need to hit the space bar on this one over here. There we go. I hope it switches to leader.
This is standing start, yeah.
There we go. There's the leader.
Is it?
Looks
Yeah,
like
it's
I'm in
actually-
Joe and
Standing
Phil.
starts our specialty.
Actually, no, that's Gruntle. There's the leader.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm always qualifying by you guys.
I think this is all looking good. I think we are looking good. Super Fava, thank you. Cheers to you as well.
Just like last night, boys. Turn 1, smooth.
This could get crazy. Here we go. Here we go.
Turn one,
Where's
left
Phil?
one.
Be gentle with me, Terry.
As they grid up for the race.
Go deep.
No pressure. You're just being streamed. I'm just talking about you. Doesn't look like my
I like your
leaderboard
colors
thing
there.
is kicked in. has it.
It's an armada of race cars.
And they're away. Here, I'll get back to the leaderboard in a minute.
Go ahead,
Michkowski
Dave.
gets away clean. Number 1 into the corner. Grunel to the outside. Climber maintaining that 3rd spot, but Mark Michkowski gets a little bit of clean air and a little bit of gap as he heads into turn 3. There's trouble
Man.
aplenty. We are going to have to go back and get a replay. Our top 3 have gotten away. I think we're going to stay with this action for one more moment, and then perhaps we'll go back for a replay.
Is that more trouble back there?
Yeah.
Oh, we got more trouble. All right, we are going to have to go back in time.
Double trouble.
Just trying to take it easy.
All right, let's go back through the field.
Careful when you go around. I'm damaged, Brandon.
All right, I might be too. I bumped Joa and got bumped from behind.
Oh, the 59. The 59 of Terry Crouch gets on the brakes, and that looks like Amir Assad just touches him, sends him around, and then the accordion effect just gets crazy. Let's go back and see what happens to Randall White there in the Valvoline. He's coming in. He sees it. He checks up, and the 2 behind him just can't see the mess ahead. Cars everywhere. Oh, unfortunate beginning for a few guys, but lots of race left to go. Michkowski still leading the way as he is now out there on lap number 2. Down in that first turn is so hard. Very little braking markers. We're definitely going to have to do some in-car camera and get in the car so you can see what it's like entering turn 1 with no brake markers and just guessing how much to reduce the speed and where to turn in and how sharp. It's a really tough corner, tough transition from the tryout oval into that road infield section. Michkowski still out in front with a little bit of gap. Grunel maybe closing up. Climber staying with him. And our front 3 have gotten away a little bit. Brian Ostrike somehow gets through all that carnage and is running in 4th place and not too far back. Definitely within striking distance
like
of our
the
top
parting of the
3.
season, that
Joa
corner.
Antonio also got away clean, now running in 5th position. 6th place, you look back, and it's Brandon Skinner in that 959 GoPro machine. Phil Scrutton running in 7th. Phil, previous winner. Our 2 previous winners, Phil Scrutton running in 7th. Terry Crouch in that first incident. We'll see where he is. Anthony Morano Jr. running in 8th. David Payne in 9th. Tom Dudek in 10th place. Bucho William Martinez in 11th. David Blair in 12th. Kelly Bronstater running in 13th place. Wooter Van Morik running in 14th, while Randall White, after all that first lap shenanigans, has a bent, broken wang and running in 15th place. Nick Searlbring running in 17th. I think he's up to 16th with Kenneth W. Step in 16th place. Lonnie Jameson back in 19th. Mark Michkowski leading the way. David Grunel is starting to catch up just a little bit, though. And we have a pretty good battle for the lead, especially that top 3. We'll have to look back and see how our 4th place driver, Brian Ostrike, in 4th, trying to reel him in. He'll get there. He'll get there. Tire wear will be a factor. Fuel will be a factor. And 10x incident limit will be a factor as we sit with Joa Antonio running in 5th. But why don't we go into the view of David Climber and go in car to see what it's like, again, going into that turn 1. We come through that final chicane, heading into what is a backward version of turn 1 at Pocono. It is a crazy corner no matter which way you go. Car doesn't like to hold the line. The car bounces around a lot. And getting down this front stretch backwards, the car is getting up to quite a bit of speed as we look for anything at all to use as we hit the brakes for turn 1 and just dive for this invisible corner. And if you go off, it is treacherous out there. That's when you get in that bunking Bronco situation of ditches as our top 3 are driving it really clean. You know, this car begs you to get on the gas. It begs you to push, and the moment you do, it all goes wrong. You got to stay within yourself. Got to stay within the boundaries of the car. And I'm just going to shut up while we ride along with David Clymer on lap number 4.
That turn 1 is definitely, I think that turn 6 up on you so quick. If you don't got the line, you're gone into the fence. Pocono NASCAR turn 1, tomorrow after the Trenton Speedway in New Jersey. Long gone though.
Yeah, those guys are driving real clean and easy, and it's not easy to do that in this car. I will tell you from experience, we ran a practice race last week, and again, this car is constantly begging you to go a little harder. Oh, strike! Trying to stay within striking distance. Just a little ways back in 4th place. Joe Antonio not too far back in 5th. Our top 5 all still definitely in this race. Brandon Skinner right there in 6th. He's still got a shot at the win for sure. And bad time to cycle through the field as we get confused with the pace car. But there's Anthony Morano.
Ooh, that big close for David, Grano, and Mark.
Oh, thank you.
They're now starting to bunch up a little bit in the end.
And of course, up there above me, over there, we are always following the leader of the race. So that would be that green and black machine of Mark Michkowski leading the way over David Gronall and David Clymer. David.
At this point, the top 3, definitely trying to drive it away. I don't think Brian Osterweg can catch up to David Clymer, but still a lot of race left to run.
There is plenty of race to run. What is I can't even remember our race conditions. It's 45 minute? Yeah, 45 minute timed race.
About 30 laps.
And we are 8 minutes, 20 seconds into the race at this point in time. So, plenty of race to go. Terry Crouch, I just noticed, is disconnected. So, after that first lap incident, he's out of the running. Terry Crouch can enjoy the January trophy, but he's not going to be winning the March trophy. Phil Scrutton's still in the race, though. Let's check in. Where is Phil Scrutton in our...
Ninth
place. There's Phil Scrutton, our February race winner. Looks like there might even be a scratch or two on that car. I'm not sure.
Yep.
And,
I would be surprised if there wasn't.
But all the fenders are where they belong, and so is the wings. That car looks quite capable. Oh, stay on the track, Phil.
Never touch the grass.
Not
What was
before
that,
you race,
Devin?
anyway.
Clymer almost touches the outside wall there, coming back onto the main oval.
You weren't supposed to see that, Josh.
I see everything.
Yeah, I'm going to play with my standings.
Play with your what?
Mike standings or something. Where were that, guys?
Is that the new code?
Look up, Brandon.
Yep, I see
you
it.
play
So
with your standings?
you're good. You had enough of a gap.
This is my breaking point.
Yep, it's easy to do.
All right, sorry, you guys. I was tuning in. I'm trying to get my leaderboard working is what I'm doing here. What if I do this? And then do this. Nothing.
Sorry, Ken.
Nothing.
My bad, whoever I hit there didn't even see you.
What if we... What if we did that?
Whoa.
Oh. Alright.
I went down 2 gears instead of 1.
I can't go there. It would have to go. I'd have to go here, I guess. Now, what if I do? I don't. It'll go away every time I click on the window, though. Let me try something else real quick. No. That one's not working.
So far, not much going on other than good hard racing.
Yeah, thanks, Josh. I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing here.
Top 4 still the same, but John Tony in 5th, Brandon Skinner in 6th, Morano Jr. in 7th, Tom Dudek in 8th, Phil Scott in 9th, and David Payne in 10th. 2 cars, actually 19 out of the 21 cars were on the lead lap. And 2 cars, Doug Hawley and Terry Crouch are out of the race.
Brandon, am I holding you back?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I just catch your draft on those straightaways.
Lost Doug.
We
Yep,
were gaining
Doug won.
on Brian, so.
Ah, my car's a little off.
Oh, Phil, what happened
19
to Phil?
cars still running.
All right, let's go back to most exciting for a little while here. Sorry. I got consumed with trying to,
Meatball. Sorry, Dave. I tried to pull over to the right and it just wouldn't go.
Phil Scott off the track.
Yep,
the halfway
I'm out. My car was a little bit off after the first lap jitters.
I saw
guess
it for a second.
Handling was a little bit off.
There's fast repairs.
Nah, I was right at the beginning of the lap and it's meatballed at that point. I can't even go straight.
oh, Climber's still there. All right, top 3. Top 4 still all intact. Joe is still there. I'm going to give up on this in a minute.
That means David Payne will go up to 9th, and David Boyle will go up to 10th.
I saw
To
it.
be honest, I'm surprised I made it that long on that track.
Yeah, about a third of the way through.
I hate that track, Josh. I'll just be real on that.
Yeah. It's not complex, but it's very, very tricky.
Yeah, well,
Going.
I would have been all right if I didn't have the little bit of damage that caused my little bit of handling there. It's just as soon as I turned right too much, it would just get a little bit loose in the back end. That's what happened. It dragged me into the wall.
You see. Of course, with these hairpins.
Yeah, all it
skip
takes is
bumper
one
is-
misjudgment, and that's all what I did, and bam, I'm done. I didn't mess you up too much, did I there, Mr. Blair? Or Payne, sorry?
No, I didn't.
Alright. I tried to turn off to the right to get off the track, but it wouldn't go.
Yeah, it looked like you were wobbling around.
Oh no, me a science a lap down.
That was my steering turned at about 45 degrees. Oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be 17 cars on the lead lap.
There.
18 still going.
What the hell?
What's going on?
I have the leaderboard working, but it just disappears after a blink of an eye.
Anyway,
To hell with that.
the hell with that leaderboard.
Yeah, I see what's happening. Like, I'm watching it. I figure if I'm not in the race, I may as well watch it and give your algorithm some help.
There you go. There you go. All right. So looking back to what's going on, calling the action, we're actually seeing the same thing almost in both cameras, because the most exciting thing on the track is the battle between our leaders, that being Mark Michkowski in that green and black machine, followed by David Grunnell in the Oreo, and still running in third right there in that gray and red is David Clymer, as they are catching up to, I believe that might have been Lonnie Jameson, maybe? We'll have to check in who they're coming up on, but lap cars are going to start being a factor as well. David Grunnell in hot pursuit. Right now, it's looking like we are going to have our third winner in 3 races. And it is going to get dicier and dicier as time goes on, as our elapsed time is at 17 minutes, 20 seconds of a 45-minute race.
I'm so bad in turn 1, there's no sense in me trying to pass here.
I was gonna give it to you, man.
No,
Turn
I'm
1
too
is
shitty
crazy.
in this first turn.
It's not even ideal passing.
You pull me. Yeah, every time through here.
So there's our leader, Mark Michkowski, leading the way ever since the beginning of the race. In second since the beginning, David Grunnell and David Clymer. That is the way it's been from the beginning. Moving his way up into fourth is Brian Ostrike, and he is just right there. He's not too far back. The camera barely pans at all. He's got them right in front of him. Joe Antonio maybe closing the gap a little bit on Ostrike, and then look right behind. You've got Brandon Skinner in that GoPro machine. So our top 6 are all, again, still very close to each other on track. And it's not much further back. Looking to Anthony Morano Jr. in 7th, with Tom Dudek in tow, running in an 8th.
So far, a
And
driver
lapped
on the
car
move
18th.
is...
There's number 9, 9th place, David Payne, running in 9th in the 73 car. And rounding out our top 10 right now is David Blair. As we look back to the front, and that is Lonnie Jameson they're coming up on next. They're gaining on him quickly. Lonnie currently running at 17th. I believe that means he is the last car still on the lead lap with our 18th driver going down one. Michkowski going that turn 1. It tempts you to go so fast, and then the minute you push it, it all goes wrong.
Yeah. Ooh,
Each lap, it will be a concern. Each lap, it's an area where you can make up a lot of ground or make a tragic mistake.
Leaders are bunched up.
Looks like our grouping is getting a little closer together. Michkowski still in front. Grunnell right there. And you got to wonder, is the plan to just run in line and keep it going and then battle at the end? Is Grunnell sitting there licking his chops, looking for a moment? And here comes Clymer getting sideways
Clymer
off that
almost
final
lost it.
corner.
Almost lost it, but saved.
I was just heating my tires up.
They got cold, huh?
Grunnell wants to give Mark some cream filling.
Wait. We have
Dude, I nearly fucking lost.
chat on Twitch.
Got it back up again in the bus stop.
Like they're reversed, or both are getting both, Devin. Let's go with Clymer here, so just see a variation. Actually, let's go to most exciting again, see what's going on. Other activity on the track. Still, most exciting thing absolutely is that battle for the lead. Grunnell leading 14 laps into it, and he's been leading since lap number 1. In fact, this top 3, that has been our running order since the opening of this race. Sitting on a standing start as we watch Michkowski getting closer to Lonnie Jameson. And traffic, again, could become a factor all the way through the back of the grid. Lonnie giving way there, letting our top 3 go by, no problem at all. Randall White in 16th will be the next car to be a lap car scenario, as all 3 get by Lonnie real clean. And here comes Brian Ostrike. I think I'm going to go interior with Devin Booth one more time as we go through that chicane. An exit to that chicane is leading to a very, very long stretch of road all the way through Pocono, NASCAR 1, and down the front backstretch. I call it the front backstretch because we are running backwards on the front stretch.
Oh shit, got an off track for that.
Go away, Joe.
I love you so much. Don't worry, I'll stay 6 feet from you.
Oh, David Grunner's making.
Oh, we
pass.
see Gruntle looking to the
Attempting it.
inside.
No, he
Didn't have a
no.
move, but it's going to close
No,
things up
back
into
in.
one
Oh.
climber.
Side by
Oh!
side. And he gets by.
Michkowski
He
goes
gets by.
sideways a little too wide, and that allows Gruntle to slip by. David
Oh.
Clymer had a great
Joey
run into
O'Connor's
one,
in the
but with them
lead.
going side by side, it really closed the door on him being able to take that opportunity to make a move. But we do have a change for the lead as David Gruntle, back from a little extended time off from Simracing, showing he hasn't lost much form at all as he has moved to position number 1 in that number 2 Oreo Cadillac. Michkowski holding on to second place right there, Clymer right there. And we're going to have to see if this is going to allow Gruntle to stretch his legs and just how strong was the difference between our first and second position car. Great to see David Gruntle back and in the mix of things and his presence back in our group. Oh, and Gruntle overdoes it just a little bit. That's going to allow a little close up between the two cars. Certainly not the best run off that final corner. These cars do have good amount of recovery power, but it should change exactly how much draft Michkowski's able to get. Clymer, come on, Clymer, falling back just a little bit now.
I got squirrely.
Did you hear a squirrel?
And this time everybody looks good into turn 1. Much more a controlled line by all 3 drivers into 1 that time. What a moment. What a time for Gruntle to make a move and just made Michkowski maybe just the slightest bit nervous. And that sent him a little wide into 1, and that was just enough for Gruntle to put the hammer down, keep it a little lower and slower, and take that
Inside
number
line.
1 position. Let's go ahead and go back in
Thanks,
time
Lonnie.
and watch
Thank you, Lonnie.
that pass one more time.
Just past the halfway point of the race.
Going into turn 1, just gets him to have to go wide. Michkowski gets a little sideways, holding on, trying to stay on track, which he does, but that allowed for quite the easy pass by David Gruntle, actually. Great move there, just pressuring him into turn 1. And you can see now we might have the biggest gap in our top 3 that we've seen yet. Gruntle getting himself about a 5 car length distance over Michkowski in second place. Maybe want to increase that up to about 8 car lengths. And now David Clymer has to be thinking, what do I got to do? Gruntle's getting away.
Grunner is just driving away from Mark.
So this was the big change. This was the big mix-up in the race. 24 minutes, 45 seconds into our 45-minute race. Just a teeny bit over halfway, I guess you could call it. I cannot remember if we had to stop. No, we did not have to stop for fuel. Nope, they should be fine on fuel.
Yeah, it should be about 80 liters.
Top
there.
3 mandatory pit stop.
So David Clymer in pursuit of Michkowski. Clymer in
caution.
third in that gray and red car. Michkowski in the green and black car running in second. And it looks like our gap has kind of maintained itself. We can look at the timer board, see where we really are. 1.4 seconds between Gruntle and Michkowski, first and second place, as we are now completing lap number 17 of what will probably be close to a 30-lap race. And Gruntle,
Thank you, Butcher.
that distance, we'll check it at the line this time as we're seeing a few more lap cars now. Those front guys are just running at a different level today. Running that. I haven't looked at lap times in a little while. We'll have to look at some lap times here.
26.8, last one.
Looking at David Clymer, starting out in the 26s, pretty phenomenal. Now they seem to still be capable of 26s, but running in about the 27-second range. And let's go ahead and look back to the results and see just a slight improvement, 1/10 of a second of advantage for Grunnell as he's still trying to stretch his legs and pull away a little bit away from Michkowski, with lap traffic now being a factor. We saw a car go around there, not sure who that was. Car in the infield there. Looks like they turned it around back on track. Clymer getting two wheels almost off the track. One thing to keep in mind here, we do have that
Kelly Bronstater.
Bronstater. Oh, too bad, Kelly. We do have that incident count penalty limit. So you hit 10x and you're going to pit lane for a drive-through penalty. Stop and go drive-through. Clymer lucky to still have a mirror on that car, getting really close to the wall.
I'm supposed to see that.
Well, we did.
Thanks, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Hello, Eode. How you doing?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks again.
13 of 21 cars on the lead lap. Majority of the field's still running.
Let's go ahead and take a look one more time through our top 10 and see what's going on out there. David Grunnell in the Oreo 2 car leading the way. At this point, we're going by the start-finish. We can get a gap, another lap into this. And this time it is, a little improvement by Michkowski, down to a 1.2, nearly 1.3 second gap between the two. David Grunnell leading the way, though. That is the important thing. Mark Michkowski in second, with David Clymer in third.
David.
Seems at this point, we're going to have to look a little further back. There he is, Brian Ostrike in fourth. Has lost a little bit of ground. 28.8 last time. It looks like traffic might be holding up a little more than our leaders, running in fourth place. Joa in fifth, not too far back. And Brandon Skinner is not letting go of Joa's bumper. He's been right there within striking distance, making sure Joa knows he's there. These two are at a pretty good pace, and it seems they've closed the gap. The two of them working together have closed that gap up on Brandon. I'm sorry,
Brian.
Brian Ostrike. Sorry, there you go. Anthony Morano Jr. still working hard, running in 7th place. And he is just within striking distance of those guys as well. So our top guys are all very close together. 8th place, Tom Dudek right there behind Anthony. There's Kelly. He's got things underway. There's Ken Estep. How you doing, Ken? Mir Assad having a rough day. David Payne running in 9th. And David Blair running in 10th place. Looking back through the rest of the grid, we've got Wouter Van Morik running in 11th place. Randall White in 12th. You've got William Bucho Martinez running in 13th, flashing his lights as he is coming to pit lane.
First corner.
Kelly Bronstater recovered and is underway again, running in 14th. He might move up a position right there.
No legs are really hurting.
Kenneth Dubb Estep in 15th place. Amir Assad back to 16th with Bucho on pit lane. I think that's going to reverse again. There it is, back into 15th for Amir Assad. Nick Suberling, sorry, Nick. Suberling running in 17th place. Lonnie Jameson in 18th. Phil Scrutton has retired, running in 19th, or finishing in 19th. Doug Hawley in 20th, and Terry Crouch in 21st. Looking back up front for that battle up front, we look to second place, and Mark Michkowski right there. Grunnell's right there. Clymer's right there. Things haven't changed a whole lot. Looked like Grunnell was going to stretch his legs, and right there the chicane he overcooked.
Making the pass.
I'm struggling to feel my legs again.
And it gets by David. And Clymer's going to try and attempt.
Brutal.
Nice.
You alright?
Now Clymer's back off for a moment.
Struggling with my braking again now, that last time.
Maybe we should take a
side by side down the front
break.
straightaway. And there goes Mark.
So Grunnell coming out of retirement, maybe a little too soon, backing down and not getting in the way. Michkowski moving back to the front. Unfortunate break for David Grunnell. Great to see him back out here with us, though. That is for sure. David Clymer in second. Grunnell now back to third place. And Brian Ostrike still in fourth. With Brandon Skinner. Brandon Skinner gets by. 21 laps into this. That's a pretty big deal. How did Brandon Skinner get by Joe Antonio? We go back in time, and it was coming off the chicane. He got a great run going into Pocono 1,
And then I
NASCAR
just
1. Brandon goes down low.
there
Joa,
first.
I think Joa just kind of went up high and said, you will go on through and let me chase you for a while, Brandon, as Brandon Skinner takes over.
And
The-
made a mistake.
That's going to be 5th place for Brandon at the line.
Yeah. I jacked up.
And there it is in our scoring. Looking back to current time, Brandon Skinner catching up to the back of Tom Dudek, who's, I believe, in like 9th place.
Yeah.
Tom
Mistakes were
Dudek's in
made, Sean.
8th place, and Brandon Skinner is now behind him. I'm a little confused now. What did I miss?
I hit the grass.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
He hit the green snow.
Yeah.
Oh, Brandon was really loving being behind Joa. That was working out great. Flipping around, not so much. Let's look back to the lead again. David Grunnell holding on to that 3rd spot. David Clymer looking to the inside of Michkowski. Oh, it's
looking
getting
all the
heated
fun
between
stuff.
these two now. We've got a battle
the-
for the lead this time between David Clymer and Mark Michkowski. Grunnell just sitting there coasting now, taking it easy, recovering, staying within striking distance for the end. Lap 22.
I'm happy with third.
32 minutes.
Oh,
Contact!
Obama got knocked around.
Oh, that was a little touch right at the worst spot on the track to get touched. Michkowski gets spun around. He's recovered. He's back underway, and I don't see any damage. Let's go back in time and look at that from another angle.
Climber,
Somebody
you're
said
not
Malcolm
wrong.
had real-
You said you're gonna take it whoever's in first to
Here
get the
comes
trophy.
Clymer.
You wanted it bad enough.
Here comes Clymer. He's been pushing. Just gets under that rear end and sends him around. Let's look at it again from camera 3. This is the
If
big
you want to
move of
slow
the
down,
race.
Climber, and let Mark catch up, you can do.
Alright. Well, yeah, Mark, get
We're
back
gonna
up there.
We're going to back it
Oop.
down, let Mark catch back up.
Pretty much the same thing from all of our angles. Let's
Good
go
call,
in
good
car.
call, so I don't have to kill myself later.
Let's go in car with Clymer. Here we go. All right, let's catch back up, see what's going on out there. We've got David Clymer in the
I'm gonna
lead,
slow down in the next straight.
and it looks like he is going to give a gentleman's penalty, and he's going to yield and let things square back up, it looks like. So David Clymer right now being scored in 1st place. David Grunnell in 2nd, and here it comes
Go,
back
Clymer, go.
to
Go.
back into
Go,
the
Clymer.
mix. Mark Michkowski.
Go on, Mark.
And Mark is getting the wave around by the both of them and back into the number 1 spot. Now,
Really could.
you know, we're here amongst friends. There's no $1 million contract on the line. There's a little plastic trophy on the line. Not $1 million.
But that is worth so much more to
And-
somebody than that $1 million contract, Sean.
But that was a super
Getting
duper
Clymer.
class act. Super duper. So back into the
call.
front
Did
after
once.
the innocent spin. No damage, no worse for wear, other than the X factor will still be a factor.
it.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yep, 1.4x is pretty bad in a 10x limit. Plus, Mark might have gotten more than that
He done.
off the track. So, Mark Michkowski
minutes
back
left
to the
in the
front,
race.
as should
10 minutes
be
left.
David Clymer sorted back into 2nd, and there's David Grunnell in 3rd. With that has allowed Brian Ostrike to get
brother.
right back into the mix of things. And now he can see
Yeah,
the
that's all. We got
bumper
a
of
team.
Grunnell. Unfortunately, he's got Joe Antonio in tow, who can also see the bumper of Grunnell just ahead. Anthony Morano Jr. up to 6th. Anthony's been very fast, moving forward through this grid, and maybe even reeling in
Brandon,
Joe Antonio.
hey.
Tom Dudek in 7th.
I've lost it.
Moving up with a really solid run as well. Lonnie Jameson in 16th. There's Brandon Skinner in 18th after his mix-up that we did miss somehow, some way.
I'm in 8th.
And now we're back up front. We are 35 minutes and 50 seconds into this race, which means we are about 9 minutes away from throwing the white flag. OIG, look. That is too bad. It's been a fun race. It's been a really good race. And now we've got Michkowski leading the way. Climber, now, can he make another move? Both cars look fine. I don't see any damage. It was a very innocent little tap. It was just in that spot where the car is so unloaded that any touching is going to result in someone going around just like that. It was about the worst time for a kiss of bumpers. But Climber making Michkowski. He saw that move by Grunnell. Making a move to the inside just to make Mark a little bit nervous, and it worked. But that time, Mark drove a perfect line through turn 1. Climber so close to the bumper once again. Fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you. I don't know how it goes, but Michkowski still out in front. 27.057 on the last lap by, so tire wear has not been that big of a factor. A little bit, but not much. It seems like one of those cars that if you keep the tires cooled down, they keep working. You can overheat them with some overdriving. You just got to keep it within the limits. But this car doesn't let you push the limits too far. You got to stay within the boundaries of this car. It gets ugly real fast.
Man's got to know his limits.
So let's look at these. Oh, Climber looking again. Climber now into that let me make you nervous mode. And he is doing everything he can to find a way around or make Michkowski nervous. Grunnell sitting there, cruising along in 3rd place. Just getting the best. He's got the best seat in the house right now, they say.
Just watching all the action in front of him.
And Ostrike after that, he had gotten close, but it looks like those top 3 are just kind of playing at a different level today. Ostrike falling back just a little bit. Joa Antonio, what happened to you?
I missed Brandon, so I thought I'd come back and see him.
Almost
those two just want to be together. Joa has lost a couple of spots. And now Morano Jr. is in 5th spot with Tom Dudek right behind him in 6th. So things are still changing down the stretch here. Brian Ostrike now looking a little vulnerable in that 4th spot as the charge of Morano Jr. and Dudek coming from behind in 5th and 6th. And Grunnell cruising in 3rd. Climber looking for anything he can do in 2nd. And Michkowski saying, what do I got to do to bring this home and win this thing, baby? Let's go ahead and ride along with David Grunnell as he sits there waiting. You know, that was gentlemanly on lap 24, but that will not be the case on our closing laps, I can only imagine. Grunnell's sitting in a position where if these two get too crazy, this race can be his just for the hanging. And we are, again, 39 minutes in, 6 minutes till the white flag. We're getting to the point where we can count the laps on this one in our Simpit Patron Appreciation March race. I just want to thank these guys. Not all of our patrons were able to be here for the race because, you know, not everybody can be here. But, oh, Grunnell going off turn 1. Get ready for, oh, he hit the brake wisely. He's going to just check up and check out, it looks like.
I'm on the back end of Mark there.
Sorry, David. It sucks, man.
That sucks. Good job, David. You were rocking it. Now we're going to go. We'll stay in car. We'll go with Climber in pursuit of Michkowski. Looking inside. Oh, this is a slow corner. He's got an inside run.
Oh, they touch.
Oh, we're going to have to go get a replay of that from a TV angle. Let's go back.
Man, they're going at it.
And let's get a replay of that action right there. David Climber looking to the inside on this left-hander. It is a tight corner. Michkowski stuck out wide. You can't do much out there. And Climber using a lot of track. Maybe running Michkowski a little bit out of track. Michkowski gets onto the grass, but does a great job of keeping it straight. And the battle continues on this time.
I didn't mean to run you wide there, Mark.
Climber out front with just a matter of minutes. 40 minutes, 30 seconds into our 45-minute race. You do the math. We're coming up on 4 minutes to go.
It's good.
Oh, watch out. What?
Oh, Mark making the pass side by side. And Mark gets by Climber.
Well, I missed that corner.
Whoa. I was not caught up. Hold on. Hold the phone. Here we go. Here we go.
Rock
Coming
on.
into one. Crossing the line. Climber in the lead. Michkowski going inside. Pulls up inside. Climber checks up a little bit and crisscrosses. Michkowski cannot hold on. And Climber goes to the front clean.
Use the brakes.
What
That
happened to
was a slick
Michkowski
move,
there?
Climber.
Climber just didn't want an asterisk on his trophy.
Yeah, he just cooked it. He cooked it and all the way off.
Oh.
Brute. David Climber with 3.5 minutes to go now has a gigantic gap. You're probably going to have to look about 5 seconds back at this point to will Ostrike now be in second place? We're going to have to do a little math on our own here. Scoring won't catch it. Ostrike in second. Morano Jr. is going to be in third. Dudek in fourth. And Mark Michkowski is all the way back to 5th place. So we look back to David Climber, who
Ostrike has
has
a
a
little bit of damage on the
5.2
front.
second lead over Ostrike.
Is that why I'm slow?
Yeah, that was really heads up driving there. That was.
Yeah,
David
Ostrike, you got a little
Climber.
bit of damage on the front, right?
Pretty good race.
Now
Maybe that's why I
all he
couldn't
has to
stop.
do is keep it slow and low and maintain that tempo. And David Climber could bring this one home. Ostrike is going to have to fight off
been in the
Morano
bus
Jr.
stop
and Dudek,
last
who have
lap.
gotten there. At this point,
That's why
our
Spawner
battle
shifted
for
first gear.
second is going to end up a pretty heated battle as we have second, third, and fourth all close together here, coming down to the very end. Crunch time. And, yeah, we've got Brian Ostrike, Anthony Morano Jr., and Tom Dudek running now. Will be scored in second, third, and fourth place. Here we go, right at the line. Boom. Second place for Brian Ostrike.
Climber works
Are you
calling.
live, Sean?
I know.
Yeah, we're going.
Oh, I did it again.
This time.
Dang it, I did it again. I keep doing that. Like I said, I am not an everyday broadcaster by any means. 43
He'll call
minutes,
back
10
in 5
seconds. That is on time. That is for sure. Morano still in second a little bit. Brian Ostrike definitely keeping his focus, looking forward. Dudek right there behind. Morano is really fast and he's catching up. Got a great run through the chicane. Let's go back one position and see how this plays out. And it looks like with our lap times, we are going to be really close. It'll be, I believe, 2 more laps to go in the race. Thank you, EO. Thank you very much. Morano Jr. in third place right there. Turn 1 seems to be the place to make a move for the most part.
It's so much harder with no one in front of you. I don't know where the
It
fuck
really
it
is. It really is. Morano Jr. there in third. We've got Brian Ostrike in second, trying to hold on. Dudek right there, but what do you do? What do you do? Not enough. And the bottom line is, this one's about the trophy. This is a winner-take-all, one-of-a-kind race. Up for grabs, the Simpit Patron Trophy, commemorating our day here at Pocono Raceway International Layout in the Cadillac CTS-V race car. David Climber ran 127.386 last time by. And he has now got that gap is smaller, 4.7 seconds. So they are about a half second quicker, but not enough time, I don't think. All he has to do is stay on the track.
Nope.
The timer is going to run out in 18 seconds. Let's make sure we are live, and we are as David Climber comes through the chicane. I believe the timer will run out before he gets the line. That should mean the white
Yes,
flag
it
for
will.
David
It will.
Climber.
What
As
time
he
are
comes
you
through.
looking
NASCAR turn
There's still a
1.
minute 15 left.
For the
Yeah, I know. What time are you looking at?
My thing says elapsed time. Oh, when did it start?
What are you doing?
You're not on live time.
I am on live time, though.
Oh, it's the last lap.
It's the last
You must
lap.
have
45 minutes elapsed.
You have a white flag, David?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are
He's
messed
in.
up. My
Don't
timer,
distract them.
yeah, my timer was right.
in the first hairpin.
Why would it only be a lap left if there's still time on the clock?
I know mine says like a minute and 10 seconds or something.
Mine too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah,
elapsed
that's
time,
about
the
a lap.
elapsed time shows 45
Yeah,
minutes,
probably just put
39
one more lap,
seconds.
that's what
Yeah, same here.
David, you have the white flag?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we all
All
do.
right.
Yeah.
So he is on the final lap, lap 31. David Climber, the gap I'm sure is smaller as he's backed it down. 4.4, gave up another half a second. but he's got 4.5 seconds to gamble with. Let's look back to that battle for second place. Brian Ostrike in second, Rano Jr. in third, Dudek in fourth, and there's still a little gap between all of them. Maybe with the draft something could be done. David Clymer threw that nasty chicane for the last time, up the banking and into NASCAR turn 1 backwards. David Clymer gonna come to the line, looking to win the Simpit Patron Appreciation Race March Edition, Pocono Raceway, International Layout, Cadillac CTS. You write his name on that trophy, you print that trophy, and you send it to David Clymer, our winner.
David Clymer has won. Yes,
and looking back for that battle, oh, and it looks like things stayed as they were. Ostrike finishing
Good job,
second. Rano Jr.
Nice race,
in
Clymer.
third,
Good race,
and
everyone.
Tom Dudek in
Good race,
fourth.
everybody.
Brandon Skinner.
Hey,
Let's
Mark,
see, we
going
lost our
deep in
fifth
corner one, was that
place.
you gotta send it or
Mark.
to get it, or all
I was like, where the
costs?
hell are you going, Mark?
Michkowski, we missed Michkowski being scored in fifth place.
I'm stopping.
Brandon Skinner in sixth. Joe Antonio in seventh. Let's go through that order one more time to make it super duper clear. David Clymer, let's go back to him, see what he's up to. David Clymer winning the race. Great job by him. Started in third and wins the race. Brian Ostrike finishes second. Anthony Morano Jr. in third. Tom Dudek in fourth. Mark Michkowski in fifth. Brandon Skinner, Joe Antonio, David Payne, and David Blair and Randall White round out our top 10. Woot, woot, woot. Van Morick,
Good job,
Amir
Payne.
Assad, Kenneth Estep, Lonnie Jameson,
Oh, hell,
Kelly
Josh.
Bronsayer, David
Sweet.
Grunnell,
Thanks.
Nick Serberling, William Martinez, Phil Scrutton, Doug Hawley, and Terry Crouch round out our grid for the day. So congratulations, David Clymer. You saved me some postage. Mailing this to David is the cheapest postage I'm ever going to get on this. So I like that. Thank you, David.
You want to wait a
Drive
couple
and
weeks
deliver
before
it
you
to him
send
at this
that.
point.
Good job, guys.
As we watch David Clymer do some burnouts.
It's hard to do a burnout with traction control.
You know you can turn off the traction control, right, Clymer?
I don't know how to turn it off. Too stupid.
F7.
Oh
Doesn't
my.
it feel better winning 500?
Now that's an that's how you finish.
Touche.
I went into the
How
crowd,
many
man.
times to clip that shit on Twitch?
Into the
I
crowd.
went into the crowd on that one there, Clymer.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my finger.
Oh, that's funny. I want to in-car Amir on that one.
Turtle to the end.
And beyond.
Oh, sorry.
That's gonna be the IndyCar race in about an hour.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Congratulations,
Holy
you guys.
shit.
Really,
You got
really
it again.
fun. Really entertaining. Fun for me to watch, that's for sure. All right. We have one more prize to give away. David Clymer, of course, you win the trophy. I'll print that and get your name on it and get it on the way to you. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Our third winner of the year, 2020. And now, in addition, we are also going to do a drawing. So all of our Simpit Patron members are entered into this. Different tiers get multiple entries. But what you see here is a list of names. You'll see some of them twice and even 3 times because of the way we do our entries. But this is the Patron group. And total names, we have 127 names or entries. And our randomizer here, random.org. Number 1 is the minimum, 27 is the max. This is our drawing for a Simpit t-shirt. Oh, hold on.
We don't see it.
Who don't see it? Hold on. There
Not
we
on
go.
YouTube.
There we go. Twitch is not seeing it. All right, I will fix this. Ta-da! There we go. Everyone can see it now. All right, so there we go. 127 entries is the number. We go to random.org. This is for a Simpit t-shirt. Their choice of t-shirts available. And we're going to hit generate. The number is 85. Who's number 85?
Who gets the t-shirt?
Bill Coleman. Bill Coleman, come on down.
Congrats, Bill Coleman.
I don't remember Bill Coleman being in the race or on the stream, so I'll have to contact him offline, and he will be our Simpit Patron T-shirt winner for March. Anyway, you guys, thanks again. I'm gonna one more time. If you're wondering what I keep saying, Simpit Patron, this is the group of guys who have joined and really helped back this show. They support the show. There's a financial aspect to it with their membership levels, perks that they get in return, but more importantly, when we think about these trophies, we think about the DIY wind sim or the DIY LED strip enclosure or the formula rim that we're building. Those are all 3D projects. It's all because the contributions from these guys that have allowed the Simpit to be able to replace things like camera and get 3D printers, or now we're looking at audio upgrades. And it's because of those guys, and it's for them that I do this race every month, because it's the least I can do to thank them for everything they've done for me and the Simpit. So that's what today has been all about. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It's a pleasure for me to sit here and watch you guys race and to call your action and to make you guys truly the star of the show, because it means that much to me and more. I don't know. I don't even know if that begins to really tell you how I feel, but thank you guys. You guys mean a lot. You guys give me a lot of push, a lot of motivation, and behind the scenes, you're always there for me, whether it's a good day or bad one, and you've all become my family. And I know in these tough times, I think we've all become each other's family. We all hang out. We don't feel like shut-ins. Other people are talking about being lonely. I got 87 of my best friends to talk to every day on our Patron Discord channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's what today's been all about.
You're my best friend, Sean.
I hear a song coming.
Fuck that guy.
Oh, yes.
Sean, if you could tell your mother she hasn't sent the check yet to us for being your friend.
Oh, you guys kill me too. At the same
Sean should be in our Patreon group.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to bring this one to a close, at least on YouTube right now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, patting these guys on the back with me. And again, I think I said how I feel about them, so we'll let that go. Before I start crying, that would be the next stage, would be crying. Anyway, thank you for watching. Get out there, do some racing. We'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm going to be in the driver's seat tomorrow. The GT1 Challenge Simpit Road Racing Series on iRacing. You can still join. We're going to send out a final rules memo tonight and make a change to the fuel and things like that. But that racing kicks off at practice tomorrow at 10, qualifying at 11, race at 11:10. I will be all game face for that one. Don't expect a very exciting stream out of me. I'm going to be really trying to win that race. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Get out there, do some sim racing. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.
Thank you.